Hello, everybody. It's Angela with Happy Little Stitch Shop. Today is Thursday, June 11th, 2020. And hello, I'm happy to see you guys today. I was really looking forward to getting pumped up and energized to spend some time with you guys. So hello, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Judge Judy. Thanks for jumping on. Hello, Deanna from NC. Hi, Colleen. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Those pictures you posted of your grandkids, oh my gosh, they melted my heart yesterday. They were so, so cute. Could hardly stand it. So today I have lots of good stuff. I've got some new patterns to share with you that I just got into the shop. Hi, everybody. Boy, you all jumped on at the same time. Hi, Kim. Hi, Amy. Hi, Ren. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Kelly. Sharon. I've got lots of good patterns to share with you. And then I pulled some patriotic stitches because it's the season for patriotic stitches. Hello, Elizabeth. So this today, I don't know, I can't remember what week I'm on, but it's going to be kind of stitching focused with a little bit of quilting stuff, some quilting information thrown in at the end. So let's jump in and get started. First of all, thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. I wish, Judy, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much for those of you who subscribed on YouTube. We reached over 300. I shared that news last week. And we are headed towards 400, which is exciting. I mean, we're not close at all. We've got like 75 more to go. But it's exciting that, you know, we're reaching these milestones a little bit faster than we were before. So that's super, super exciting. So thank you so, so much for those of you who have already subscribed, and spread the word to your friends, and let's, you know, get more and more subscriptions. That would be awesome. So the more people we can have subscribing on YouTube, the better. Sharon says, hello, I love your quilt behind you. Thank you. So I'm trying to hang up, you know, different quilts. This one I made last year sometime, but I loved this fabric. This fabric was called Love is Spoken Here, and it was by Corey Dantini, I think is her name. And she makes beautiful, I mean, she's an artist. And so she does all of these paintings. She usually does watercolor paintings, and she turned her art into fabric. And this one was kind of like a mother-daughter fabric line is the way that she described it. And so it's called Love is Spoken Here. And it has these wonderful sayings in all of these panels. And I just loved it for my girls. Made me think of them. And so I made this with the hopes of getting it finished someday and having it be kind of a thank you for just subscribing. Yay! I don't have like fun graphics, but woohoo, you get that. How's that? That's kind of exciting. But it has really great messages for young girls, I think. And so, for example, it says, be your own best friend. One down here says, be a girl who knows her worth. So it has a really great message. The power of ideas. Love is spoken here. You are the song in my heart. So I really loved I loved the look of it. I loved her art. I loved the message that it sends. And so now I would love to get it finished. It sits with a lot of my other quilt tops that I haven't quite finished yet. So someday. Thank you, Sharon, for noticing. Hi, Kim. Hi, Victoria. Yay. We're so glad to have you. Okay, so a couple funny stories. First of all, school has commenced for the school year. I swear the last trimester lasted about a year. I know you other parents out there can feel my pain. School is finally done, and we had a little celebration on Tuesday. Tuesday was the last day. We went out and got ice cream, and we watched, we had like a movie night. So I now have 5 middle schoolers. My oldest has moved on now to 8th grade. What? And my other 4, the quadruplets have moved on to 6th grade. What? And so now we have 5 middle schoolers. So we watched a movie called Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life, but it's kind of right up their alley with all sorts of hijinks and crazy things that are happening, to the principal and to the teachers of the school. And so my kids had a blast watching it. So they thought that was really funny. We thought it was appropriate because everybody's in middle school for 1 year. They'll all be in middle school together. Oh, Amy, when are you guys done? I thought we were late. It seemed like we were lasting forever, but I'm so happy that we are done. It just, my shoulders feel a little bit lighter. I don't know what the future is going to bring around here, but I know that a little bit of a break is going to be nice, whatever the future holds. And then this morning I got up and I came downstairs and my husband is standing in the kitchen. And as soon as I come downstairs, one would think that you might get from the one that loves you a good morning. And I got, what happened here? That's the first thing that I hear. What happened here? What is all over the floor? So I come into the kitchen and we see this big blotch of dark stuff on our kitchen floor. Another month, Amy. What in the world? That's crazy. Yay, Victoria, you're done tomorrow. My goodness, hang in there, Amy. That's a long time. I wish I had like happy things to say to you, but that just kind of stinks. So there's this big blotch of stuff on the floor and my husband's like, what is that? And I was like, I don't know. And he goes, it looks like ink. How did ink get all over our floor, our kitchen floor? And I was like, I don't know. And so I'm not very happy because I get down, I take the stuff that I normally clean the floor with and I try to scrub it and it's not doing anything. Actually, it made it worse because it kind of smeared it. And so now instead of there being like a defined blotch, there's like a nice smeared bigger blotch. And so I'm like, what? And my husband's like, I gotta go to work. And he leaves and leaves me here to figure stuff out. So I'm trying to figure out how to get ink off of a hardwood floor. And would you believe that, hi, Kim, I'm so glad you're able to catch the live today too. Thanks so much for joining. Would you believe that toothpaste works on getting ink off of hardwood floors? I did not know that. So I learned something new today and thought I would pass it along to any other people out there who find themselves in the same frustrating situation of, what, there's ink? And it wasn't just in one spot, but it was kind of tracked around. Come to find out that my son, who is very mechanically minded, thought that it would be a good idea. He was trying to fix something and he thought the tube from a pen would work for what he needed it for. And so but he didn't need the writing part of it. So he cut that part off. I mean, logical. Cut it off and then needed to use the tube, not realizing the effects of cutting off the end of a pen, which now he knows very clearly. And he ended up scrubbing a lot today. So lesson learned, clean floor, toothpaste works. You're welcome. There we go. Yeah. Kim Bren says, thank goodness you figured out how to remove it. I would have been freaking out. I was freaking out and I was not a very happy mom for a period of time. Kim says, oh no, I'll have to remember toothpaste. I've heard hairspray too. Yes. So from what I read, Sharon, oh my gosh, is not the way to start the day. So from what I read, toothpaste is the least abrasive form that you can use. You can also use hydrogen peroxide and you can also use alcohol, like rubbing alcohol. I was worried that some of that would take off the finish of the floor. So I wanted to start with the least harsh way to go and see if that would work. And thankfully it did, but it took a long time. I mean, it took probably 45 minutes to an hour of letting it sit, reapplying, scrubbing some more and doing it. And so for the first, probably half hour, I was working at it. And then I was like, why am I doing this? And so then I called my son up and I was like, you need to do this because there's something that needs to be learned here. So he sat and did the scrubbing and he was like, oh, this stinks. And I was like, yes, it does. Are you ever going to cut the end off of a pen again, my dear son? And he's like, no, I'm not going to do that. So that's how my morning started. And then the other cute story that I have, I noticed this week, Amy says alcohol gets permanent marker out of furniture and carpet. That's good to know because I was worried that this ink was tracked onto the carpeting, which it was not, thank goodness. But I was having a small panic attack that there was going to be ink all over the place. But I walked through the house and I couldn't find it anyplace else, just in the kitchen. And thankfully we were able to get it all off, which I did not think was going to happen. So the other cute thing, my little one has started to, we started to kind of introduce her to shows. And when my older 5 were little, our favorite show to watch, my favorite show to watch with them was Little Bear. I don't know if any of you guys out there are Little Bear fans, but Little Bear by author Maurice Sendak. But that was my favorite show to watch. I loved it. I love Little Bear. I love the simplicity of it. I just love it. I love curling up with my kids on the couch and watching a Little Bear episode. And they're only like 10 minutes long. And so for their young minds, like that time frame, that span is perfect for their attention. And so I've started to do this. Like she's getting to the age now, you know, approaching 20 to 24 months. She's getting to the age now to start doing some of that stuff. And so we started doing this. And the cutest darn thing, you guys, I go out to sit down with my little one thinking, okay, we're going to watch this show. She's loving it, by the way. She laughs out loud at certain parts. She thinks Duck is hysterical. She walks around saying Duck all day. I said, what does Duck say? She says quack, quack. So she's learning some things too. But would you believe that all 5 of my older kids, as soon as I sit down to start Little Bear, come walking in one by one. They drop everything that they're doing and they walk in and everybody sits down on the couch and watches Little Bear with my little one. I could not believe it. When the first time that it happened, and it's been happening for probably a couple weeks now, but the first time it happened, I was like, you guys are watching Little Bear? Like, you want to watch Little Bear with us? They're like, yeah. And they are laughing still at some of the things that they see in the episodes. I mean, it just touched my heart that they all wanted to come and watch Little Bear with their little sister, and that they still enjoy it, which is funny because it's so, you know, past where they are right now, but it's really, really cute. Oh, good. Somebody else. I love Little Bear. Sharon, it's like my favorite. Kim says that's the sweetest. Oh, that's so sweet. I bet it's nostalgic for them too. It must be, because there's some draw that, I mean, all 5 of them, not just 1 or 2, but all 5 of them, they all come in and they sit down and watch it. She watches it once a day before her morning nap, and they come in and they sit down and they watch it with us. So anyway, that's my cute, the story that made me go, aw, this week. Okay, so let's move on to some stitching stuff. Deborah, I don't know if you're on. I hope you are, and I hope that you are well and things are going okay. But Deborah had a question about, before I jump into the stitch alongs, about the whitewash board cloth by Fabric Flare. And in the picture, I tried my best to take a good picture. For this cloth, for whatever reason, the distributor didn't have a picture. And so I had to try my best to take my own. And I'm not really set up yet. I hope to be someday, but I'm not set up to take like really great pictures. And so, hi, Deborah. Good. I'm glad that you're here. And so it doesn't show up on the website really great. The picture doesn't. And so she was concerned because it shows up kind of dark, like a darker gray on the website, but I wanted to show it on here to try to see if I could give you a better picture. It's not dark gray. It's kind of a white, like here's a white envelope. So I wanted to be able to compare it to that. It's kind of a very light grayish color. So it's not white, it's kind of a light gray. And then it's got subtle, soft grays kind of throughout. So it's not gray. It's not like, you know, like this that we're using for Frosty Forest is called Touch of Gray. So it's not quite that gray. Some of the darker hues inside the fabric might be kind of that darker gray, but it's much, much lighter than Touch of Gray. I don't know if that's properly coming across, but that is, I hope, I don't know what you're seeing on your side, but hopefully that helps a little bit to show how this looks. It's not as gray as it shows on the website. So I hope that helps. And I have it in 14 and 16 count, but I don't have it in 18 count yet. Once I know that it's going to sell decently, then I would like to add on 18 count. Okay. Teresa says, oh, good. I've stitched on it. It's lighter than color. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, perfect. Good. I hope that helped. Okay, so let's jump in. How's everybody doing? That's not what I'm looking for. How's everybody doing on Frosty Forest? Kim, I saw that you cranked yours out. It looked amazing. It looks like it's going to be a quick stitch. Was it pretty quick for you? How long did it take you? Because there's not a cabin or anything this month. So here's HLSS Frosty Forest SAL. That's the hashtag to use. Here is, let's see if I can do it without a bunch of glare. Here's the pattern we're working on this month. It's called Snowy Foxes. So as you can see, there's not a ton to it. It got a few trees and then the cute little foxes, but no cabin or anything this month. So this one might be a little bit faster. Kim says, only a couple of nights to stitch. Just lots of snow. Yeah. At the bottom, yeah, there is a lot of snow. So this is what we're working on right now for this month. Everybody who has paid their invoice should have it. It should be on its way to you if you haven't already received it. So I'm so happy when I'm able to kind of get that stuff out the door. Huckleberry, that is so cute. That is a cute Instagram name. Cute folder. Is that to keep stitches in? Yes, this is a project bag, one of my many. And I keep my different stitches in. So as I pull my other stitches out, you'll see my other project bags. I have a friend, her name is Sharon. She's on here in YouTube, and she has an Instagram page that's at Sharon's Bags and More. So if you go and follow her on Instagram, she makes these bags. Not this one exactly, but she makes project bags in a variety of fabrics, and she'll post them on there if for anybody who wants to buy them. So yes, that is a project bag to keep my stitch in. And here, my goal was to get a tree done for this week. Judge Judy says the bag is awesome. Huckleberry, I love that name because I am a big Wyatt Earp fan. Did you name yourself that after Doc Holliday? I'm just curious. Okay, so here's I'm in a very chatty mood today. So let's just hope we get through this thing in a decent amount of time. Deanna says, I love your Snoopy project bag. Thank you. Yes, Huckleberry says, yes, it's after Doc Holliday. Is that your name? I love it. I oftentimes try to work into my daily conversations, I'm your Huckleberry, because I love that movie and I love Doc Holliday and I love Val Kilmer in that role. Oh my gosh. Blue Jeep named Huckleberry too. I love it. Thank you for joining. You just made my day with your screen name. Okay, so here is how far I got on Snowy Foxes. I was determined to get that big tree done, and I stitched and stitched and stitched this morning. I almost didn't have time to get ready because I was stitching after cleaning up ink, and I got it done though. So I was pretty happy about that. I'm still behind on stitching, and I really do not like being behind. So I'm trying to catch up. I will feel a lot better once I'm caught up on all my stitch alongs. Kim Miller says, love that movie. My hubby has seen it and it hasn't seen it. You two need to have a movie night. I own it. That's how much that I liked it. I mean, I know people don't really own DVDs anymore. I've owned it for many years, clearly. But I love that movie. I think it's Val Kilmer's greatest role ever. Like, ever. I love that movie and I love him in that role. Okay, the next one is Cottage of the Month. HLSS Cottage, SAL. Cottage of the Month. I am slowly, Best Western for sure. Huckleberry, I loved it. July is the one that we're on right now. This one is so cute with that flag. Perfect time of year. Yes, I think better than Iceman. I mean, Iceman, that was good as well. Yes. I mean, especially the volleyball scene, who can't appreciate that. But Doc Holliday, yeah, I mean, completely different character. I loved how he portrayed Doc Holliday in Wyatt Earp. Yes, I would. If you have not seen it, I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, I liked it better. I liked that character for him better than Iceman. I did. I liked Iceman too, but Doc Holliday is my favorite Val Kilmer character. Okay, here is where I'm at with July. So plugging along, I got the little blue part of the flag done. And this is a fun stitch, super fun, cute bike needle minder. It seemed perfect for like a summer stitch. I just got this not that long ago. I think I got it in May, bought it from my shop, and it's darling. I love it. I love it a lot more than I thought I was going to. It's just super, super cute. I love it. So that's where I'm at with July. Plugging away with that. How's everybody else doing with July? Has anybody started theirs yet? And how is it going? This is another little project bag. Well, I think it could be used as a makeup bag, but I'm using it as a project bag because I needed one. And my Cottage of the Month fits in here really nicely. Okay, next is Farmhouse. How is everybody doing with Farmhouse Christmas? HLSS Farmhouse SAL, Happy Little Stitch Shop Farmhouse Stitch Along. And my goal was to try to get something going with this, at least make a start on it. This is the one we're working on. It's called Dairy Darling, and it is darling. It's so cute. I can't wait to get to that cow and that little rooster in the wagon. I can't wait. It's super, super cute. My gosh, it is warm in here. You're going to see me as the summer goes on with my hair pulled up because I'm hot. Sharon says, I'm working on June's farmhouse. Oh, you're working on, what was June's? Well, I'll see in just a second. I can't remember. It's another bag. Another one of my favorites. Oh, Grandpa's pickup. Yes. Well, I would love to see updates of yours, Sharon. Send me a picture so I can see. I love seeing your updates. Sharon decided to hand dye her cloth, and it is beautiful. So here's where I'm at. So we did Little Red Barn was the first month. Then we moved on to Horsin' Around. Then we moved on to Grandpa's Pickup. That was last month. And now we are on Dairy Darling, and that's how far. I got a tree done too. I really wanted to get that house pretty much done. So that was my goal for this week. And I need to catch up on my border. But this, I love this. Huckleberry says she says, love that. This has been a favorite. We got a lot of stitchers signed up for this one, and everybody is really, really enjoying this Farmhouse Christmas one. I mean, that's what I've heard from everybody, at least, is that people are really enjoying this stitch along. And I am too. I love the colors. Like, I just love the scenes. I love the whole thing. Judge Judy says, what type of hoop do you use? I don't use a hoop. I stitch in hand. I started doing that, I don't know, a few months ago, well, maybe in January, 6 months ago or so. I used to use a Q-snap. And for bigger fabric counts, I do use a Q-snap still, like on 10 count, if I ever stitch on 10 count. My fabric of choice right now is probably 16 or 18 count, and I stitch that in hand because I found that it goes a lot faster for me, and I've been doing a lot of stitch along, so I need to stitch kind of fast. Sharon says, oh, yours look good. I plan on starting this week on number 4. Oh, good, Teresa. I would love to see your updates. I wish I had done this one with you ladies. And then NCP 1206 says, is it too late to sign up? If you want to sign up still, just send me a private message, like send me a message on Instagram. And let me just make sure that I have this stuff, which I think I do. I'm not sure about floss. So because floss is still kind of in a precarious situation. Although the big shipment that I was supposed to get this week, I talked to them again today. It's supposed to come early next week is what they're telling me now. So just please continue to be patient and hang in there on floss delays. But yes, as long as I have the floss, we would love to have you join us. And if I can pull everything together for you, then absolutely, we would love to have you join us. So just send me a message and we'll work through that on figuring out exactly what I have. I know that I have all the patterns. I just have to figure out about floss. So that's Farmhouse Christmas, and it is a lot of fun. And we are on track to finish this in time for the holidays. So everybody will have theirs done to display for the holidays. I don't know if any of you guys have finishing ideas for any of your stitch alongs yet. I have an idea. We'll see how it works out. I don't know. So oftentimes I have ideas and oftentimes it goes a different direction. Huckleberry says, in hand, free-handed. Is that what you mean? Yeah, so I just hold it in hand. I don't use a hoop. I just hold the cloth in my hand and I sew it or I stitch it that way. So I don't put a hoop around it or hold the fabric taut. I just hold it in hand and I use the sewing mesh method when I stitch. And so that's how I do those. But on the bigger, lower counts, on the ones that have the bigger holes, that I feel like it gets kind of messy when I try to stitch in hand. So it helps to have the fabric, for me personally, it helps to have it tighter when I'm stitching it. So for the bigger ones, I use a Q snap. But for the 16, like 14, 16, 18 and higher, I think the highest one that I just tried last month was 32 count linen. And I did that in hand and I really, really like it. It goes a lot faster for me, but some people don't care for it. Some people, it doesn't work as well. They prefer to use hoops. So it's just a matter of figuring out what works for you. But I decided to give that a try about 6 months ago and I ended up really liking it, surprisingly, because I didn't think that I would. Victoria, you can still jump in if you want. Sharon says, just posted my farmhouse progress on Instagram. Yay, I can't wait to see it. Okay. Then the next one we have, and I forgot to pull a pattern to show, but we have the Truckin' Along. And right now people only have June because I'm still waiting on floss for July, which I apologize for from the bottom of my heart. As all of you know, floss has been delayed pretty significantly. And I think it's gotten worse before it's going to get better. This next shipment, I'm hoping that they can fill everything that I ordered. Oftentimes they aren't able to fill everything that I've ordered and then stuff is on back order. So I'm trying to catch up and I will be so thankful when we can get caught up on floss stuff because I hate delaying stuff for you guys. I mean, I do not like it at all. It weighs on me and I think, yes, I have fabric too. Yep. NCP 1206, I do have fabric for the Farmhouse Christmas. So it weighs on me. Like it bothers me when I can't get stuff out the door to you guys right away. I really like to fulfill your stuff immediately. So floss is supposed to be coming. And my hope is that the two that I need for Truckin' Along will be included in that. So this is where we are. We're still on June for Truckin' Along. July should be coming soon. So thank you for your patience. I really, really appreciate it. And as soon as it gets here, I will get it out the door to you guys. And I've seen some updates for Truckin' Along on Instagram. And your stuff looks great. I love seeing it. Those little trucks each month are so, so cute. Okay, next we have Jack Frost. HLSS Jack Frost SAL. This was one. Sharon says, girl, you aren't at fault about the floss shortage. Give yourself some grace. That's something I need to work on. Kelly says, yes, we will never take floss or hugs for granted again. No kidding. And Teresa says, anybody changing out the colors on Jack Frost? The 610 wagon wheel has a green hue. The deer did not look good. I changed it to 433 brown. Also, the 3052 seems off as well. Yeah, so as anybody who's working on Jack Frost, Teresa would like to know if you are changing any of your colors, if you didn't quite like how some of them looked and you decided to change any of them. And if so, what ones did you change and what did you change it to? So Jack Frost, of course I don't have the other one here, is HLSS Jack Frost SAL. The first month we worked on this one, which was Jack Frost. I think the name of this one, yeah, it was Jack Frost. So it's the banner. So Teresa says the second pattern arrived was all off on the numbers too. Yes, I saw that. And so then you have to look at your first pattern and kind of, I don't know why they did it that way. But if you look at your first pattern, you can see that what the numbers are that were used for those colors in the first pattern. Do you know what I mean? But yes, they were off. So the floss that I put together was based off of Little House Needleworks complete floss series kit that they have on their website. So they said, if you're stitching it all together as one, here is the floss you need for the entire kit to save on repeat flosses in each kit and having to pay for that. It's more cost effective for some stitches if you can do it all as a series kit instead of as multiple kits. So that's what I went by. And so all of the colors that you have in your kits were based off of that list that they have on their website. But then on the second chart, so the Douglas Fir chart, the colors are all different, but the name of the Classic Colorworks colors are the same, but they changed the DMC colors to something different. So if you look back at your original chart, you'll see the Classic Colorworks thing is the same, and you'll just have to figure out what DMC goes with the Classic Colorworks on the original chart. Victoria says, I didn't get to the deer yet. Good to know. Thank you. And Teresa says, yes, I transferred the numbers to match. Okay, good. So sorry about that, but I didn't know about any of that until I looked at the second pattern. I think I mentioned it last week or a couple weeks ago that the numbers were off. But so I don't know why that happened with the printing. I don't know why that happened. So then we're moving on to Douglas Fir. Douglas Fir is the next one that you guys should be getting right now or should have already gotten. And I didn't get Douglas Fir started. But so this is where I'm at with the first one. I have a lot of catching up to do, but I think I'm going to start Douglas Fir and then just go back to the top and keep adding to it. But then at least I can stay caught up with the stitch month. But this one is another one that's super fun. It reminds me a lot of Farmhouse Christmas. It kind of has that same feel a little bit. And I just think it's darling. And I love this cloth that we're stitching on, the fabric flare cloth. I love it. And I'm excited to get cranking on this one because it's a lot of fun. And this one is only a 7-part series. So this one will also be done in time for Christmas. So I'm excited about that too. It's going to be super cute to display if I can find like a fun display idea. Teresa says, this is a fun stitch. It is a fun stitch, right? I mean, you know, some people might have to figure out some color things and decide what you like or what you don't like, but I really enjoy the stitch. I think it's darling and I think it's been fun. And then the next one is Celebrate Tiered Trays. So HLSS Celebrate SAL. And this one has been another one. We had a ton of people sign up for it. And so far, everything that I've heard from people has been really, really positive and excited. And people are loving it. So I hope that that's the case. How are your stitches going? Victoria says, can we do Snow Village together someday? Yes, that is actually in the plan. And I might just put a reservation up online, even though we probably won't start it until maybe January or February, because a lot of these that we're doing right now, a lot of them will wrap up before the end of the year, like Frosty Forest, Farmhouse Christmas. Those will both wrap up before the end of the year. Welcome to the Forest will wrap up. Jack Frost is going to wrap up. So yes, I'm looking into what we want to offer next. And so I'm thinking the next ones will start after the new year. Spooky Hollow is going to start in September. I'm excited about that. That'll be a fun one. Early American is going to start by Little House Needleworks. That one's going to start in January. And then my hope is to do Snow Village in February. Would that work for you, Victoria? And so yes, if you're looking to do Snow Village, just wait. Hold tight, and we're going to do it in February is the plan. Kelly says, that's a good idea, Angela, because I'm not finished with the banner yet either. Yeah, so I think my goal this week is to try to move on, get caught up with what we're doing now, and then fill in, with extra time, if I ever have any, on the stitches that I'm behind on. So that's kind of why I wanted to get started this week on Frosty Forest and Farmhouse Christmas and keep plugging away on Cottage of the Month. And then for both Celebrate and Jack Frost, I'm going to try to get started on the ones that we just got and then fill in on the ones that I'm behind on. Kim says, I got my eagle done on Celebrate the 4th. What? Share a picture. I can't wait to see it. Elizabeth, how or where do you start on such a large pattern? So for me, some people start in the center. And for Celebrate tiered trays, I'm going to pull it out and I'll show you where I'm at. This is the one we did last month. This was spring. We are moving on to, oh, I actually have it here. This one is the one we're working on this month. It's called 4th of July. It's so darling. I mean, it's so cute. Look at all of that stuff. The little Bo Peep lady is still there holding a flag. I mean, it's just so cute. And this is where I'm at with spring. And I will tell you that, Elizabeth, that all the pictures that I'm seeing from the stitchers who are stitching this, everybody started in a different spot. It was really funny to kind of see that because everybody started in a different area. This is how far I am on the spring one. So it's coming along. I finished the second tier. I did that hanging basket. I didn't even notice that until who posted it? I don't remember who posted it, but I was like, oh my gosh, there's a cute hanging basket right there. Look at that. And so I couldn't wait to get to that one. So this has been a really, really fun stitch. Super fun. So Elizabeth, oh my gosh, a very distracted answer to your question. Some people start in the center. Some people start in various spots. For me personally, I have found measuring in from the side about 1.5 to 2 inches and measuring down from the top and then counting to the top, left part. So I started up here with the daffodil. That's what I found has been the easiest for me personally, but clearly everybody kind of has their own way of starting because everybody started all over the place with this one. Some people started at the bottom. Some people started in the middle. I measure about 1.5 to 2 inches in and 1.5 to 2 inches down. And then that's the corner of your chart area. But so then you have to count to get to, to get to this top stitch. I had to count over and down a gajillion squares to get to this top stitch. But that's how I typically start my stitches. I don't know if that helps. Hopefully it does. Let me see. Kim, your stitching is amazing. Yes, I love seeing your updates. Kim, I love seeing how you're doing and your stitching looks awesome. I am close. I gotta keep plugging away. I am close. I just need to find more time. Like, there's never enough time in the day. Where does the day go? And how do people... Crafting is my serenity. Hey, Ren, she says she starts her stitching the same way. She measures in. Stitch and Runner. Ooh, we should do Glitter Village too. I have had somebody else requested that as well. So that's a definite option. I've also been eyeing Gingerbread Village and Santa's Village. I think both of those by Country Cottage Needleworks are super cute. Halloween Hoedown. That's another one that has been requested a few times. And I think that one is darling. So there are so many options out there. We just have to figure out what we want to do. Sharon says the Snow Village series will be a good stitch to work on during our imminent second quarantine. I know. Blah. Amanda, I'd like to do Glitter Village. Okay, good. That's good to know. Naomi says, when you find time, please share where we can get some. Where you can get some what, Naomi? What are you looking for? I'd be happy to help you. So that is my spring stitch. My hope is to get started on the 4th of July one and then fill in on the spring one as I have time. And then our last so long that we are in the midst of right now is Welcome to the Forest. HLSS Welcome Forest SAL. Oh, oh, Naomi. Sometimes I need it spelled out literally. That is funny. I wish I could find more time. Which is surprising because we are doing far, far less. I'm sorry that I keep playing with my hair, but I'm really hot right now. I turned off the air because we have a cold front moving through, and that may have been a mistake because I'm kind of warm right now. especially right now. Like, we don't have as much going on. And so I keep being very perplexed with how I seem to not have time for stuff. Like, what? I'm not running the kids around as much as I normally would be. I mean, normally I would be like all over the place, and that's not happening. So I know if I could plant a time tree and a money tree in the backyard, boy, life would be just wonderful. So welcome to the forest. I finally got out. Yay, the floss arrived. I got like a small shipment. They've been shipping whatever floss they have when they have it. So the floss arrived, and I was able to get this out because I was waiting on one measly skein of floss. So I was able to get this out to you guys. If you don't have it yet, it's on the way to you, and I cannot wait to see your stitching progress. So please, when you start the Welcome to the Forest, because I have too much stitching, I couldn't join this one, please share your updates because I would love, love, love to see them. And use this hashtag because that will tell me what's going on. That was my mom that just called. I will have to call her back. Okay, now I have some new patterns to share with you guys that arrived. Okay, here they are. Oh, before I get into the new patterns. Huckleberry. Oh, you're Naomi. Hi. Lost you on Instagram, went to YouTube, back on Instagram now. Hello, Naomi Huckleberry. I love it. Okay, so I was asked to order some, try to see if I could track down some Lugana to be able to carry in the shop, and I had success. It's not going to be available in the shop because I ordered this special for somebody, and I wanted to, this is a new supplier. I wanted to make sure that it all worked out, and it did. I got it in the shop. I'm super excited about it. I think this is 25 count Lugana. No, 28 count. This is 28 count Lugana. But for those of you who like Lugana, and I know, Kim, you sent me a message about, I have to go back and look at it, but I have a supplier that can provide those things now. So I'm very excited about it. I will be branching out into some Zweigart cloth that's available from this supplier and some Lugana. Oh, is that the one? I couldn't remember if it was Lugana or Monaco for you, Kim, but it's Lugana. This brand, it doesn't say. The color is mushroom. So that will be coming. I will be honest with you right now. I'm kind of in a little bit of a budget freeze because I have a big shipments of fabric coming this month because what was happening in May. So I had kind of budgeted for May, got pushed back to June, and June was going to be really, really huge with a couple of big shipments of fabric with Snow Sweet coming and Dear Christmas. So I've been a little antsy and anxious about June financially. So I'm kind of on a freeze right now until I can feel comfortable with getting the fabric paid for that is coming this month. So, but it will be coming. So Lugana, some Zweigart cloths, some of those different cloths, and replenishing the cloths that I'm out of as far as Wichell goes, that is all going to be coming. So if you could just be patient with me, I need to kind of spread stuff out a little bit more right now than I was having to before. So I'm excited to be able to carry that because this actually looks like some pretty fabulous cloth to stitch on. So I'm kind of excited to maybe give it a try. Okay, then I have some new new charts to share with you. First, we have Holly Jolly. This is by Country Cottage Needleworks. I thought it was adorable. It kind of goes along with, I have Fa La La and By the Chimney in the shop. And this is another one of those charts. It's called Classic Collection, Country Cottage Ornaments Classic Collection. So this is another one of those. You can finish it as an ornament or you can finish it just to finish, which is how I would do it. But I thought it was adorable. So it's called Holly Jolly by Country Cottage Needleworks in the shop. I got it. All of this stuff I got in the shop this week, so it'd be ready to go for today. This one is another one that's called Dear Santa. It's got a little table with cookies and milk on it. That was so cute. That's also by Country Cottage Needleworks. Then we have Christmas Cheer by Country Cottage Needleworks. Look at those elves. I mean, they are so cute. Who doesn't love Christmas elves? Reminds me of Prep and Landing. Does anybody watch that at Christmas time? It's funny. It's cute. It's darling. Prep and Landing. Okay. Square Dance Christmas #2. I know that Kayla, I think, was it Kayla? Some of you asked for this. So the second one is in. It's in the shop. Square Dance Christmas 2, Heart in Hand. So that arrived and is here. This one is called The Bookstore by Country Cottage Needleworks, because I know that a lot of my quilting and stitchy friends also love to read. And this just felt like a cute little chart to have. So it's called The Bookstore by Country Cottage Needleworks. This one is called Summer Circle by Little Stitch Girl. I mean, it's darling. And the cloth she used for that is Fabric Flare. It's so, so cute. Look at that sunshine in the sky. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I know. Kim says, give me all the Little House and Country Cottage. I think everything they do is solid gold. It's so cute. Like I try to get a bunch of, a variety of stuff in the shop, but their stuff is so darling. Like it's just, and it's classic, like it's got a classic feel to it. It's darling. It's cute. Yeah, I agree with you. I love anything Country Cottage or Little House. This one is the Spooky Hollow #6 called Library. The Library is super cute. There's a cat on the roof and a ghost on the roof reading a book. It's darling. So for those of you who have signed up or are interested in signing up for the Spooky Hollow Stitch Along, we will be stitching through all of these patterns. There will be 12 in total. We will be stitching through all of them of the Spooky Hollow Village during the Spooky Hollow Stitch Along. And that's going to start in September. So the reservation's out online for that. You can go and sign up for it. And this is one of the stitches for that. And then this one I've been trying to get, and they were always on back order, so I couldn't ever get it. It's another one by Madame Chantilly, and it's called Winter Hot Cocoa. I thought this one was darling when I saw it. I think it was released for Nashville Market, for Cross Stitch Market, I think is when it was released. And so it's so, so darling. Madame Chantilly, Winter Hot Cocoa. Judge Judy says, do you carry any Lori Holt patterns? I do. I have, it's covered up. I have So She Did, which is usually, you can see back here because it's hanging on my wall, but it's under the quilt right now. So I have So She Did. I have Quilter's Cottage. I have some stitch cards. I have Bringing Home the Tree. Yes, I have a number of Lori Holt patterns in the shop. Yes. And Huckleberry says adorable. Yes, they're super cute, super cute. This is another one that I've been trying to get ever since Nashville Needlework Market. And I was just able to get it. It's called Mary Mary Needleworker. And it says, Mary Mary Needleworker, how does your garden grow? With hand-dyed fabric, floss and pins, and scissors lined up in a row. It's so cute. I would love to finish this and hang it on my wall behind me. It's so, so cute. This one is by Lindy Stitches. And it's called Mary Mary Needleworker. And this is in the shop. Okay. And then I pulled for you guys some patriotic stitches because I feel like now's the time to do some patriotic stitches and get them ready. This is another new one that was recommended to me for a mania stitch. One of you guys recommended this as something you would like to see me stitch, and it is darling. And I've been trying to get it ever since you made that recommendation, and I couldn't get it. It's just arrived now. Yeah, perfect for the sewing room. I agree, Kim. Kim Miller says, haha, that's so darling. Perfect for the sewing room. I would love to get it stitched and hung behind me. And in this pattern, just so that you know, there's a day garden. So this version is called the day garden. That's kind of the main version. But then there's also a pattern for a night garden. And that's how the night garden one looks. So there are two versions of that chart in that one packet. Okay, this first patriotic stitch, which is new and in the shop, is called Souvenirs of the Heart, Star Spangled Spectacular. And this is by With Thy Needle and Thread. Isn't it so cute? got a quilt block on the side of the house, big flag. It's darling. So this would be a cute and probably pretty quick stitch. And then for those of you who are not in our Celebrate Tiered Tray Stitch Along, this is available for individual sale in the shop. It's called Celebrate 4th of July. And it's by Madame Chantilly. I love her trays. Love them. They are so much fun to stitch. I've had a lot of fun on the first one anyway. And then this one, I love it. Suffragette by Little House Needleworks. This is a favorite of mine. I started stitching it. I can't wait to get back to it. I started it for Mania. Can't wait to do more. This one is by Waxing Moon Designs, and it's called It's called Preserving Liberty. And it's by Waxing Moon Design. So, so cute. Teresa says, oh dear, I can see that I will have to check out the shop. Yes, please do. And then this one's by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's called Land That I Love. Some perfect stitches for this month. This is by Hands On Design, and it's called Knee High. And the saying is knee high by the 4th of July. And then another Waxing Moon Designs called Patriotic House Trio. I love these houses. I hope to be able to stitch. They have a series of trio houses for Halloween, autumn, summer, winter, I think. This is their patriotic version. I hope to stitch all these houses someday. I think they're super cute. Hands On Design. This one is called God Shed His Grace on Thee. It's actually called Memorial Day, but the saying on the stitch is God Shed His Grace on Thee. Those flags hanging up on the clothesline. I love it. Love, love, love. With the little flowers underneath. This one is by Little Stitch Girl, and it's called Firework Lane. This one, I honestly think would look beautiful on that whitewash board fabric flare cloth. It is by Silver Creek Samplers, and it is called Freedom Reigns. And I talked about this a few live streams ago. I ordered more, so they're back in the shop. But I love that barn. I just love it. I hope to stitch this one. It says, the bell proclaims on Liberty Hill, freedom reigns and always will. So pretty. This one is by Stitching with the Housewives. It's called Long May She Wave. Little truck with the flag and some flowers. Super cute. Another Stitching with the Housewives. This is called Sam and Liberty. Very, very cute. And then I don't feel like you can have a patriotic show without including Willow Hill samplings, because they have so many pieces that are perfect for patriotic stitching. The first is Paul Revere's Ride. I love these stitches, and I am looking forward to someday stitching them all. I just think they are so fun. It captures a piece of history. I love it. So Paul Revere's Ride. Crafting is my strategy says, I can't take it anymore. I need all of them. This one is called Betsy Ross. I love this one too. She's making the flag. This one's called the Boston Tea Party. And then this last one by Willow Hill Samplings is a piece of art. It's called Land of the Free. And it has all of these. It kind of progresses through the age, right? Okay, I can't see it very well. But my impression when I first saw it is like you start with kind of an older home. And Kim, I think you stitched this, so maybe you could tell me. It starts with an older home with like the original flag with the 13 colonies, the stars for the 13 colonies. And then it progresses to a more modern home with a more modern flag. Is that accurate, Kim? This picture doesn't really show it super well, but that's my impression. And then like there are people standing next to the house, and they're what do I want to say? I keep wanting to say antique people, but that's not what I want to say. They're from like the 1700s, and then they progress through to more modern people as the houses progress. So it's really kind of cool. And it would just be a masterpiece of stitching. It really, really would. Huckleberry says, Betsy Ross. I know. I would love to stitch Betsy Ross too. Kim says, yes, that one progresses through time. It's so neat. The uniforms give it a way better. Yeah. So this guy has he's got a soldier uniform on. Oh, they all do, maybe. It's hard to see in the picture, and I haven't opened it up to look at the stitch. But I love the progression. I think it's such a cool idea, such a cool way to portray, time. Land of the free because of the brave. That's what it says. So that's available in the shop. And then my last one to share with you guys for Patriotic Stitches is the book by Blackbird Designs, and it's called Sweet Land of Liberty. And there are 5 patriotic cross stitches in this book. So you can see one down at the bottom there. I guess you got that one and that one and that one. So this one is a whole book of patriotic stitches. Sharon says, hey, I'm an antique person. Oh my gosh, I can't find my words. And Sharon, you are not. I saw that picture you posted of yourself, and you were looking pretty darn cute, my friend. Okay, so lots of fun patriotic stitches. Lots of fun stitches in the shop. I got some new ones in there. Go and have fun searching for things. Okay, and then to move into some quilting. So I'm not going to pull out all the quilting stuff like I normally do, because you're probably sick of seeing Daisy Do, Bunnies in the Garden, and Gingham Windows. But I still have a few of those in the shop. Daisy Do is getting down there. I want to say I have 3 left. I'm not sure. So if Daisy Do is one that you are at all interested in, I wouldn't waste time on getting it, because pretty soon they're going to be gone. Are you kidding me? And then Bunnies in the Garden is still available in the shop. And then Gingham Windows, I'm down there on that one too. I think I only have 4 left. So if Gingham Windows is one that you've had your eye on, don't delay. I would get it before they're gone, because once they're gone, they're gone. And then coming in May, these are supposed to be coming soon. I still haven't gotten notification of fabric shipping, but they're supposed to be here soon. We have Spellbound. This is using Midnight Magic by April Rosenthal. I'm super excited to get that fabric collection. It's very, very cute and fun. And I'm going to be offering this quilt kit for this pattern. It's called Spellbound. You can reserve your pattern, your quilt kit in the shop. Is the lawnmower too noisy? Can you guys hear me okay over the lawnmower? Otherwise, I'll get up and I'll shut the window quick. And then also coming soon, this is going to be made up in Midnight Magic. So as soon as that fabric collection ships to me, I'll get all these kits cut up. And for those of you who have already reserved yours, I'll get them cut up. I'll get you invoiced, and I'll get them out the door to you right away. Oh, good. It's not that bad. Can you hear okay? Because I can get up and shut the windows. You can hear me. Okay, good. The lawnmower is fine, not loud at all. Okay, good. So this one's called Boo. It's darling. I love it. I've admired this quilt since I first saw it last year. I think the Pattern Basket was advertising this pattern. And as soon as I saw Midnight Magic fabric, I thought, oh my gosh, that would look darling in that Boo pattern. So this kit is a Happy Little Stitch Shop exclusive. Boo, offered in Midnight Magic by April Rosenthal. It's a Happy Little Stitch Shop exclusive. You're not going to find this quilt kit anyplace else. And I've already gotten a few reservations, and I only ordered enough fabric to fill so many. So if this is something that you're at all thinking about, please reserve it, because I don't want you to miss out. So often I get people who contact me after I'm sold out of something, and they say, can you get that again? And sometimes I can. Sometimes I can try, but I hate not being able to get you guys what you want. And so then I feel really bad that I can't do it. So please, if you're thinking about it, get it while you can, because I think that both of those will go pretty quickly. And then in June, as I said before, there's lots of stuff coming. We have Dear Christmas coming. So the Dear Christmas quilt kit is out there for reservation. The entire line of Dear Christmas is going to be in the shop. My exclusive quilt kit I'm still working on, so I hope to be able to share that with you soon. And then Snow Sweet is also coming. I just got a phone call from Janet, the designer, yesterday, Janet Wecker Frisch, and she designed the Snow Sweet fabric collection. So I have 2 of her kits available. The first one is for the boxed kit that's called Snow Sweet Adventures. And so that one is available to be reserved right now. And then the other one is for the Sweet Snow Along quilt kit. And that's the one that says snow, and it's got a big picture of the snowman in the middle. And I am kitting that one up as well. And I have had tons of reservations. And I will be honest with you guys, I doubled the reservations. I ordered more fabric to fulfill more pre-orders. And I'm almost sold through those pre-orders as well. So if you are thinking about that Snow Sweet quilt kit, don't delay, because I only have a few left and I don't want you to miss out. If I can try to get more after I get the fabric paid for that is coming, then I will definitely get more to try to offer to you guys. But I don't have many left right now. And then when I was talking to Janet yesterday, the fabric isn't due to arrive until probably, it won't arrive to me until the end of June or even the beginning of July. So her sew along was going to start in July. She's pushing that back to the end of July, beginning of August. So for anybody who's reserved that Sweet Snow Along quilt kit and is planning to sew along with Janet, her sew along is being pushed back to the end of July, beginning of August, because the fabric isn't going to get here until a little bit later than we had hoped. So I told her I would give you guys a heads up about that. We have some exciting things that we're working on. I can't wait to share more with you, but I am trying to bring like fun stuff to you guys, fun, creative things to offer you. And so my hope is to be able to share more information about some things I'm working on for the fall. So please stay tuned for both cross stitch and quilting. I'm trying to come up with some fun things for the fall. So in particular, something in October, and then hopefully something around Christmas time if everything comes together. So fingers crossed, I'm working on it for you guys. Lynn says, hello, this is a wonderful video. I'm in for Christmas Village in February in Lagana fabric whenever you are ready to order. I have plans for the next 5 years. I know, Lynn, I keep adding to my list of things to do, and I keep not getting caught up, but you know, it's fun. You know, it keeps you busy. It's a great outlet. I need to try to take a deep breath and enjoy a little bit more. I get anxious when I get behind, and I don't like that. But yes, so glad that you could be here, Lynn. Thank you for joining. And how is your Celebrate Tiered Trays going? How are you liking it? Have you started yet? I can't remember what you last told me. And then really quick, I wanted to go through some of the bigger things that I'm really trying to push for the shop. The first one being the Riley Blake's Designs 2021 Pillow Kit of the Month program. I just ordered another chunk, pre-ordered another chunk because I sold through my first, you have to order it as like a package. So you get so many subscriptions in a package. And I sold through my first package. And so I ordered another package, and now I really need to sell through that. But your orders, your reservations for this need to be done by June 26th. So that only leaves 2 weeks. So if you're at all thinking about the Pillow of the Month program, please go and do your subscription so that you can get on the list and be included in this. And the subscriptions need to be filled, or your reservation needs to be completed by June 26th. So there's only a couple weeks left. Kelly says, I hear you, Lynn. I am accumulating enough to keep me busy for a long time. And then the other big one that I'm really hoping to get a lot of sewers signed up for, and I got a chunk of reservations this week. So thank you so much for those of you who signed up. I can't wait to sew this with you guys. Like, I'm super excited about it. If you can't tell from my crazy handshaking, it's the Shine On Sampler block of the month, my first block of the month that I'm offering. And so I'm excited to do it with you guys, and I'm excited to sew these blocks with you guys. This again is using the Shine On fabric collection by Bonnie and Camille that will be coming in October. And the block of the month starts in November. Everybody who's offering this, as every shop that's offering this as a block of the month, is following the same schedule, as far as I know. The schedule is I know that we are following the same schedule that was provided by It's So Emma, who was the publisher of the book that we will be using to do these blocks. So we're all going to be doing the same thing. You'll be getting the same blocks as anybody else who's, signed up someplace else. So please subscribe to our block of the month, and we will be stitching or sewing together a few blocks each month. Each month you will be invoiced for your subscription fee, and then you will get the fabric that you need for the blocks that we're going to be working on that month. And it is a great way, I think, to improve your quilting skills, number one. Number two, to get some sewing and quilting into your life every week, which is what I'm really looking forward to. And number three, to sew this quilt together with us in this happy little stitch shop community, which I'm super, super excited about. I love stitching with you guys, and I'm excited to kind of transition into offering more quilting things and get a similar community up doing sewing together. So I would love it if you guys would join in for this. So the subscription is out there. You can reserve your spot right now. Elizabeth says, I can't wait for the pillows. Oh, yay. Those pillows look darling. They really, really do. Lynn says, it's going fine. I'm enjoying it so much. Just lack of time like everyone else. I need my days to have 30 hours. No joke. Or just a clone. Like maybe if I could clone myself, then I could get a clone that doesn't need to sleep or eat. And then I could get a solid 24 hours of stitching done. I would get so much done. My clone could just sit there and do that, and I could just do all the family stuff. Shine On fabric is gorgeous, says Ren. I can't wait to make mine. I know, me either. I love the colors of this. It's such a happy, cheerful quilt. I really am looking forward to that. More so than I thought I would. I'll be honest. More so than I thought I would. But right now, before we start, I might get panicked. But right now, I'm really anxious and looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. And then the other big thing that I really want to encourage people to join is our vintage Christmas throwback sew along. So I missed this the first time that it was done, and apparently a bunch of other people have too. And so we're going to go back and do it. Now, the information that I shared last week is I reached out to Riley Blake Designs to make sure that I could get the cozy Christmas fabric so that we have the exact same fabric that was used for the initial. They said, yes, it should not be a problem as long as I place an order early enough. Because this Christmas, they are discontinuing that fabric line. They are not going to be making any more of it. So if you are going to join this, please reserve your quilt kit by October 1st. That way I can get my order in and make sure that we don't miss out on any of the fabric that we need to make it just the way that it was originally made. So reserve your quilt kit by October 1st. And this will be the last hurrah, you guys. This will be the last Vintage Christmas, the original, the last hurrah for the Vintage Christmas original. So I'm excited about it. And I think that this is darling. I can't wait to make it. I love Lori Holt stuff. And I'm really excited to make this. So this will be starting in January. So please reserve your kit by October 1st. So then I have a solid number of who I need to make kits for and how much fabric I need to order. Vintage Christmas. I hope you will join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sharon says, does the price of Vintage Christmas include the book? The price does not include the book. I made the book available separately because some people already have the book. But the book will be available in the shop. And if you want it included, I know some people said, can you just include it with my invoice for the kit? So you reserve your quilt kit now. And then when the quilt kit is ready to ship, I invoice you for the balance due. And then they just said, can you just include it on the invoice with that and ship it all together? Which, yes, I can absolutely do that. So the book will be separate and to accommodate people who already had it. But I will have the book available for those who still need it. And then I will also have backing options in the shop as well. Ren says, how are we doing the Sew Along for Vintage Christmas? Is it like a block of the month? So you'll get the whole kit as one kit. It won't be like a block of the month subscription. You'll just get one big shipment of your quilt kit with everything you need for the entire quilt. But then I'll have a schedule that will work on, it's going to end up being about 5 blocks a week. And then we'll just work our way through the book. And we'll start with, I can't remember, I got to look at the schedule, but we'll do about 5 blocks a week. But you'll get all the fabric from the get-go. So then you'll have it all. It won't be like a monthly thing where you get a shipment each month. Yeah, so no, Sharon, the book won't be included because I knew some people already had it and some people, so I just made the kit for the fabric. Just the fabric you need for the quilt top and binding is what will be included in the kit. And then I also will have, if there's anything else you guys think that you might need, like as far as rulers go, if you want any of those Lori Holt rulers or anything like that, let me know. I did get the Vintage Christmas So Simple Shapes, because for those of you who own the book, there are lots of fun projects in there. And so I do have the So Simple Shapes available in the shop for anybody who is wanting to venture off and do more projects. And I'm actually looking at trying to kit up some of these other projects that are in the book and offer them as some kits for you guys, because I think they're pretty cute. So that's what's going on with Vintage Christmas. Any other questions? What happened to my page? Oh, here it is. Totally off script. Okay, so then we have our drawings to do for this week. First, I want to share with you what's going to be for next week. And the question for this week for the drawing is this. So I watched a video. I have been really indecisive about Lori Holt's upcoming fabric line called Prim. Of course, I love it. I mean, anything Lori Holt does is just beautiful. But I have been dragging my feet about whether I should carry it or not because I can't compete with some other places that carry it. And it seems like a lot of people go to those other places. But then lately, I've been getting asked a lot about Lori Holt fabric and people wanting to know, can I carry this or can I carry that? And so it's opened up this whole, well, I love it and people like it. And if it's something that people want to get from me, then I would love to carry it. Have fat quarter panels up there. So Kim asked, by any chance will you be carrying the Vintage Christmas panels that have fat quarters of different fabric per yard? Yes. However, I think the last time that I looked, they only had one panel available. So when the fabric lines first came out, they had 2 fat quarter panels available, and I think that they only have 1 left. But I need to clarify that. But yes, those will be included. Yes, that's my plan anyway. As long as I can get it, my plan is to include that. Yes. So I've been dragging my feet about Prim. So the question for this week is, do you want Happy Little Stitch Up to offer Prim quilt kits? Or have you already gotten it someplace else? Because I know that it's kind of late. Are you interested in getting Prim quilt kits that she's doing a sew along for her Prim quilt? It's an applique sew along. It's Darling. The fabric line is Darling. Are you interested in having Happy Little Stitch Shop offer that for you? And would it be something that you would purchase here? So that's the question for the week. She has another fabric line coming out in December called Flea Market. I am planning on carrying that for sure. So just a heads up for anybody who is looking for that from me, I will be offering that. So that's the question for this week. Tell me what you think about Prim and if you'd like to see it offered here or not. Then here's what you can win. Oh, first of all, Sue sent me a lovely thank you note. Thank you so much for sending this. And she bought some patterns for us to have as giveaways. So one of these is going to be a giveaway for this week. We're going to do the Boo, chock full Boo as one of the giveaways. Answer the question, and then you could be entered in to win that. And then another one, we have a lot of giveaways this week. This week we're having 4 giveaways. Because if you remember, I told you last week, one of the prizes for this week is free quilting from Quilting is My Serenity, Ren Puffendinger. Is that right? Ren Puffenberger. Oh, sorry, Ren. She's offering free quilting. And so she sent some things that didn't make it in time for last week's live stream. And so these are going to be giveaways for this coming week. So answer the Prim question. You could win this chart, Boo, by Hands On Design. You could win this table topper. And as you can see, this shows off Wren's quilting. So she quilted this. This gives you an example of what kind of quilting some lucky person is going to be able to win today. Okay, so one person will win a table topper next week. And then I have another table topper that somebody can win next week. Look, this one has a heart in the middle. Isn't that beautiful? Such lovely quilting. So this is another prize for next week. This is number 3. And then prize number 4, she was so generous. She sent along a handmade bag. This is like a little drawstring backpack type of bag. So darling. So all 4 of these are your prizes for next week. Answer the question, what you think about Prim. Do you want to see it offered at Happy Little Stitch Shop? And I'll see what I can do. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and or on Facebook. And make sure you're subscribed to our Happy Little Stitch Shop YouTube channel. And then answer the question and you can be entered to win either this, table topper number 1, table topper number 2, or the Boo Chock Full chart. Okay, Kay says the reservation provision indicates the pattern is included. So is the pattern, oh, that must be a typo, Kay. Sorry about that. Usually the pattern is included, but since in this case the pattern is a book, that is not going to be included. So I need to change that online. Sorry about that. And thank you for letting me know so that I can update that. Let's see. I know, isn't it beautiful? Such pretty printing. Yes, it's amazing. So those are the prizes for next week. So make sure you do all the stuff you got to do to be entered. And then let's draw for our prizes for this week. First thing is this chart called Spring Gathering. The winner of Spring Gathering is Sandy Campbell. Congratulations, Sandy. Remember, if you win a prize, you need to contact me to claim your prize. If I don't hear from you before Thursday next week, then we redraw for your prize and you kind of miss out on the chance. So you've got a week to contact me to claim your prize. So the winner again of this chart is Sandy Campbell. Sandy, please contact me to claim your chart. Congratulations. Okay, the next prize is this beautiful Moda fabric bundle. Look at that. The winner of the fabric bundle is Stacy Warrenta. Stacy, contact me to claim your bundle of fabric. Stacy Warrenta, you won the fabric bundle. And then the winner of a free quilting from Quilting is My Serenity. And guys, make sure you follow her on Facebook. Whoever wins this, you contact Wren on Quilting is My Serenity on her Facebook, and you can arrange everything with her. So the winner of the quilting is, I can't stand it, Terry Phelps. Terry, you won quilting from Quilting is My Serenity. Now, I do know that some of you guys are only cross stitchers and you might not do quilting. So if there's ever a prize that you end up you can't utilize because you don't do that craft, then please just let me know and then we'll redraw for it next week. But Terry, congratulations. Be sure you contact me and let me know. And then I can either share Wren's contact information with you, or you can contact her directly through Facebook and arrange what quilt you would like for her to quilt for you. How exciting, you guys. Thank you so much to Wren Puffenberger from Quilting is My Serenity for such a generous offer. And don't forget that whoever purchases the Vintage Christmas Quilt Kit from Happy Little Stitch Shop gets entered into a drawing to have custom quilting done on your Vintage Christmas quilt, which is also amazing. Thank you so much, Wren, for your generosity and sharing your obvious talent. I mean, look at this. Sharing your obvious talent with our happy little community. We are so thankful. So thank you so much for that. That's all I've got for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here with me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. And we will see you next Thursday. Happy stitching, everybody. Have a great week.